There we go. I won't make that mistake again. You guys know me. I have the memory of a goldfish. Okay. So we're live. Awesome. So yeah, it has come to my attention in the last like couple of weeks, maybe last month, a couple of not complaints, but concerns about leads that have poor FICO, poor credit score. And I prepared a topic with Matt a couple of days ago, and I know for a fact that it's going to benefit all of us. And why don't you take the room? The mic is yours, Matt.
Cool. Hey guys. Well, welcome to 2022. And hope everyone had good holidays, good New Year, and all that. And really looking forward to really crush things in 2022. Now, obviously, we're seeing the market change on your guys' end. Refis with rate changes and everything. It's going to start shifting more and more to that purchase market. So you guys are definitely on the front of that wave by continuing your marketing and doing what we're doing. That said, like Benjamin talked about, the low FICO, the broke people are definitely out there in abundance, and especially in this market with how competitive the market has been. It's hard for them to get into homes. But the idea with the marketing that we're doing for you guys is to help grow your digital footprint and give you guys just overall more opportunity. And part of what we're always looking at is obviously there is the marketing qualified lead. That's someone that we can continue to market to and nurture. And then there's the sales qualified lead. That's someone who obviously we can get qualified, or you can get qualified and pre-approved. So for us, it's what do you do with all the low FICO leads? What do you do with these bad leads, right? The good news is that these people are motivated, right? They do want to buy a house. They're just, where they are in that cycle and what they need to do to get there, they're a little bit further out. So the things that we can look at is, again, squeezing the juice out of them. The first thing is, it's not spending a lot of time with them. It's giving them a little bit of time, 5-10 minutes, if you will, and answering their questions and putting them on the right path, or helping to try and show them a plan on how to get to where they need to be, and then hooking them up with a credit repair specialist. So everyone should have a credit repair specialist that they work with. If they don't, we actually do have a service that we utilize for several of our clients. And so we can kind of talk more about that. But we can also automate all of this. So when you do have a repair specialist that you work with, we can automatically be sending those low FICO leads to them and making an email introduction, all without you having to do anything. So that's one really powerful way to kind of free up some bandwidth, keep you from having to spend a lot of time, and you just try to hook them up with your credit repair person, and then eventually they come back into your fold. And the other thing that's going to do, obviously, is hopefully get more referrals because you're sending them to this repair person, that they're going to be sending them back. So that's like the most basic, straightforward way to do it. Now, obviously, with all of them, the next level, or the next thing that you should always be doing, is asking for the referral. I mean, if you give goodwill, if you give some information, even if you don't think it's, anything major like that, everyone should know. If you are giving them information, you're setting yourself up as a professional, as an expert. And then what you're doing is asking for something back. And the best thing to do is to ask for a referral, because pretty much anyone who is broke, they still have a job and they know other people. They have relatives, they have friends, they have coworkers, they have their bosses, and if they're able to speak highly of you, then, and they refer you, well, now that's a warm referral. So that becomes a different league than the cold leads that we generate off of Facebook. And that's all we're trying to do. We're trying to rapidly expand your network and your opportunities. So it's good to try and think a little bit outside the box as far as, that this lead is just trash, because they're still people. They're not trash. If you are able to help them in one way or the other, even with just simple information, a lot of this can come back to you tenfold. So that would be another kind of thing to look at with the low FICO leads. That said, so we are always looking to evolve our marketing and the channels that we are working in for you guys. And so this year we are looking to do a lot more YouTube and a lot more TikTok. Now, TikTok is really not going to get us any better quality leads than Facebook. It is still a social platform. It's interruption marketing. No one is on TikTok looking for a house or looking for a mortgage. We're interrupting their flow and then hopefully getting their interest to apply. But they're not in that mindset. Whereas on YouTube, we are going to find a better quality lead. It allows us to target a little bit better. However, it's a lot more competitive. So, these are all things that we're testing for everyone, and we're going to look to do and try to find like a little bit of a balance. Sometimes it's nice to cast that wide net, get a lot of opportunity, a lot of people to talk to, and see how that develops, as well as then going for, highly targeted and people that are like the high income earners and all that kind of stuff, which we can do on YouTube. Again, there's a cost-based analysis of that to determine, whether that's really going to be beneficial for you, for anyone long term, right? Any questions on all that?
I don't have any questions. Just something I've noticed from being with Sweps for a while is my quality of lead, my lead quality has increased. And actually the number of leads I'm getting is starting to increase. Like I've noticed over the past week and a half, I've actually gotten a ton of leads. Credit scores are better in description, money down has improved overall. Like when I look at it, sometimes you get some that say 579 or below, and I think I've had one of those in the last week or week and a half. So I'm not sure if it's the algorithm or more people are seeing my Facebook page and then having more confidence that it's a legit Facebook page. But I have gotten more, or I should say better from the looks of it, quality leads than I've gotten in the past on average.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. I've been, as I monitor these various accounts, I have noticed that. And I will say, I won't attribute it wholly to this, but it's something that Frank and I talked about privately. And that was, Frank has been doing an amazing job responding to the comments on his ads. And what that does is it tells the Facebook algorithm that hey, there's interaction here. The author of the post is responding, and just that interaction helps Facebook show Facebook that there's relevancy. And so it does lower the cost per lead, not necessarily the quality, because we're still, still a lot of different people are seeing it, but it does help, with, again, setting yourself up as a professional, as an expert. There's a lot of people, even on Frank's ads, that are going scam.
Yeah.
Or, scam.
And so I have to respond. I'm like,
scammer.
No, I'm not a scammer. This is legit. But
yeah.
before I wasn't responding to anybody, and they'd say, more info, please, or can I get the info? And I'm like, well, what info do you want? So I would just ignore them, whatever, on to the next one. So then I started to respond, and my quality of lead has improved. And here, what I also think will improve, and Charles, you'll probably have access to this. I don't know who else is with Nexa in this room, but Brand 360. So some of your lenders have automatic Facebook posts that you can engage with to put content on your page every day or every other day or a certain amount of times a week, and they'll automatically post. Like you can pick the post at the beginning of the month, and then they'll automatically post throughout the month. So now your Facebook page looks like a legitimate working Facebook page and not like a scam, like my page looks like still to this day. But I'm actually setting up my brand 360 to send out those automatic content posts on Friday. So, you know, once a day or once every other day, I'll have relevant content to what's going on in the market that UWM, which is the lender that I'm going to use, they have, you know, it may say refinance, or it may say rates are low, or there's just different catchphrases that they have that'll post on your page every day. So it'll make your page look a little bit more legitimate.
Yeah. And let me add to that, even if you don't have an automated system, you can also do it by yourself. Copy and paste, guys. It's as simple as that. So
we do have the content library,
yes,
that we've given everyone access to.
Yes.
A lot of great articles in there that can be repurposed, chopped up, edited, whatever you want to do, or use it just as a way to, like, you know, grab some ideas and write your own little post. A lot of this doesn't have to be, you know, we spend a lot of time overthinking and it's got to be perfect or it's got to be long or this or that. We're in a short attention span, you know, these days. People, 400 words is a lot. Like, it really, it's about the content. It's about just putting it out there regularly. And that is also powerful, like what Frank said with his the automation, the 360. Even if you're doing it manually, you don't have to do it a lot. We're talking like 1 or 2 a week. You're always going to be better just being slow and consistent about it than like pouring it on, blasting out a bunch of things, and then sitting dormant for a while. Like, the algorithm likes the interaction. They like to see consistency with all that. But certainly, you know, answering these comments when people say, you know, scam or this or that, like Frank has done, you know, you're like, no, hey, I'm happy to have a conversation with you, and let's, you know, look at your situation and see what we can do. Let them know that you're a real person, that this isn't a scam. I've seen people be like, oh, you're going to enter your information, you're going to get, you know, hounded by 30, you know, LOs because they've tried it maybe in Lending Tree or something like that. And it's like, use it as an opportunity and be like, no, I'm one guy. This is my ad. You're only going to talk to me, you know, or gal.
Sorry. Sorry, Frank.
Oh, go ahead.
So, being new and talking about credit scores, do we not have the ability to set a parameter for what credit scores we're shooting for? Or when FICO scores are coming back low, is that after we've already taken an app and we've pulled their credit and then we're seeing what their scores really are? Or I'm just not, I'm not sure what the complaint is.
The way SWEPS works is the client, they log into your Facebook page and they fill out a questionnaire. And the questionnaire, they say what they think their credit score is going to be. And it's a range. It says 579 or below, 580 to 660, I believe, or 660 to 7. And then there's ranges. And then so, but in the SWEPS CRM, you can dictate what you see or what comes up first. So you can say you only want to see qualified applicants that have 580 or better, because that's pretty much the cutoff for FHA. So you can dictate what you want to see or what order that you want to see it in. Like if you want your 700s to be the first thing you see in the next tier, like if you want the better credit to show first, you can set that up in SWEPS.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
But I was also going to say too, like, you know, you think about, I started to think about this a little different, and all of us are probably technologically unsavvy, and that's why we're with SWEPS to begin with. Otherwise, we'd be doing it all ourselves, right? So, but being technologically unsavvy doesn't mean that we can't contribute to what SWEPS is doing. And I started to think about it from a personal perspective on if I were shopping for something online, and if I think about it like if I looked at my Facebook page, what would I think about it? I'm a person with an 800 credit score. I'm a person who has financial means. I'm a person that, you know, I care about my credit. I care about, you know, my personal information. So if I saw my Facebook page, what would I see and how would I react? So I thought about it and I said to myself, if I saw my Facebook page, I would probably run the other way. I probably say to myself, this MFer doesn't post anything other than this one ad, and he's trying to take my information and sell it to a number of different people. That's what I would say about my own Facebook page. So then that's when I start to think about it and try to figure out different ways to combat that so I don't seem like a scam. Because the people, so when we say, hey, the majority of people that I'm getting that are responding to this ad are people with challenge credit or people with no money, typically, and I'm not trying to put people with low income, low credit scores and low income into a pot, but to stereotype, unfortunately, what the world we live in, those are the people that are going to respond to your page with no content other than an ad, because those are the people that are desperate. Those are the people that don't have very much knowledge in general. I'm generalizing here. And so if you want better quality candidates responding to your page, you have to be an active participant in your own rescue, which means you have to put a couple of posts on there every so often to make people realize that, hey, I'm here for not just people with challenge credit, because I want those people too, but I don't want all those people. I want some easy deals. I want some deals that I can sit back, cross my fingers and cross my legs and let it run on automatic. But if I don't post and I look like a scammer, I'm only going to get the people that don't care about being scammed. So like I said, just be an active participant in our own rescues. And I think if we can complement what Sweps is doing for us, it'll take our 2022 into levels that we could only imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to add to Frank's answer from a marketer standpoint of view, even if we have 5-7 and below people with low FICO, low credit, like no money at all, from a marketing point of view, you need to always look at the value that that person brings to your business. Yes, that person's score is like garbage, but down the line, what things can you do to not only get it fixed or look, get it fixed and get the best out of it, but referrals, attitude. And Leanne just said it. She said, like, regardless of the FICO, attitude brings, it's a, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but I think you understand what I'm trying to say. So
your attitude determines your altitude.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, and that's the thing. All of this is social. People are going to be seeing it. So how it's working for us, right, is we're always split testing ads. But if one ad is performing, we're not going to rock that boat. We're going to continue to run it. And so because Frank has some ads that have been running actually a pretty long time, and that's why there is a lot of comments on it. And it's this feedback loop, right? The comments are there. Frank is replying. It helps the algorithm. It helps the ad. The ad gets shown more. And it's like it was already performing well. It was already a winner. And it just keeps elevating it. It just keeps doing better and better. That's what we're always looking to have happen. It doesn't always happen. Sometimes we are, testing a lot. But at the end of the day, how you respond is going to, again, it's showing your attitude, that you're trying to be helpful, that you want to take their call, that you want to help them in some way, shape, or form. And then other people are going to see that as when they see your ad, they're going to see the comments and be like, oh, Frank's a stand-up guy. He's putting out his number on here. He's answering in a timely manner to these comments, whether it's good or bad. And that's why, again, it's important not to get into like a pissing contest or some of that kind of thing. It's just you handle yourself very professionally and you're going to attract more of that. To also add on to what you were asking, as far as what we do, like a little bit technical behind the scenes, is when a lead comes in and they state their FICO score in that question, they state it's a 580 or below, that lead gets tagged in the CRM as being low FICO. The other things that happen in there is when that lead submits their information, they're actually directed to two different thank you pages. And one of them, if it's a good FICO score, it lets Facebook know that that was a good lead, that we are looking for more of that kind of lead. If they are a bad FICO score, it goes to a different thank you page, and it does not trigger that for Facebook. So we are literally training Facebook to optimize for more of the leads that are good. But this takes time. It takes a certain amount of data where Facebook is tracking all of this, and we've had things come into play with iOS 14, and less tracking is happening, so we've lost some of that. But Facebook also needs a certain amount of data. It needs at least 50 clicks a week in order to continue to optimize. And so every time we find an ad isn't performing and we launch a new ad, that optimization starts over. So it's kind of like this little cat and mouse thing where we're, trying to find that magic combination. We get one performing, and then we're able to just like continue it and let it snowball, if that makes sense. But as far as sorting your leads, if you haven't done that, there is this a module. Share my screen real quick. So we have the bottom 3 links here is our lead follow-up and conversion training, and then the closed CRM system training and our content library. So the closed CRM system training does have the CRM advanced tips. These are just a couple minute videos, and it will show you exactly how to sort and refine your contacts and set up your smart lists. If you need any help, absolutely reach out to any of us. But we want to make sure everyone has that, because that will be key to finding the gold. And like Frank said, being able to sort things, being able to, I like my what is questions, estimated credit, estimated down payment, yearly household income. You add those in, and then the filter. You can add filters of a tag, and we want, say, is not low FICO. Obviously, this is not a working account right now, but like this would allow us to go and do the filters, see the columns that we want, and then I'm real quickly doing this, and then save it. So then when you come back here, this other tab will show up, maybe. There we go.
Yeah, it takes a minute.
Yeah. So then you're able to just quickly go in and have this pre-configured, have the things that you care about, have that filter, not low FICO, and you're able to just see the cream of the crop there and really focus your attention, And that's the other thing. I mean, we're all busy, right? We only all have so much bandwidth. So it's a matter of like trying to be helpful while not, taking up all of your time and resources, not putting a lot of energy into that, but trying to do, a little bit to be helpful and get them on the right path. And that's the other reason why we have all of our automations with these nurturing campaigns. You all have all the reminders that they'll be getting, for the holidays, as well as is this the one? Yeah. So this is 62 days of emails and texts going out. So we have these different nurturing campaigns that's just going to continue to give them information and urge them to set an appointment with you. But always educating them, always trying to give them good information. Where is it? And so then we also have this 6-month campaign. This is again another drip campaign of why they should be getting pre-approved, why it's critical, all this kind of stuff to nurture them along. Because like I said, we know that there is going to be a certain percentage of people that are just, they're not ready now. They're not qualified, whatever, but they can and will be if they're motivated and set on the right path. And there are also opportunities for more referrals and expanding that network. And then everything that you do, you know, with your Facebook page, with all of your digital footprint. And that's why we're also looking to help you guys get set up with your Google My Business, get reviews, get testimonials. All this stuff is building for the long term. It's not going to happen overnight. You know, the reason why, you know, the 1% is doing as well as they are is because they've been in the game for a while and they've built this network, they've built their digital footprint. And so they can, you know, they're just getting more opportunities. But you guys can absolutely get there and catch up with them and even past them. It's just a matter of like doing it on a consistent basis and building on it. And we're here to help you guys with all of that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we don't do that we actually know about, but we're not going to go and clutter everyone up with it. But feel free, if you guys ever are like interested in learning about something or you hear about something, definitely like talk to Benjamin or me or whoever about it. And you may find that we're already exploring that on the back end, like TikTok ads. We've already been doing experiments. We've already spent, I think we're at about $600 on TikTok ads for one of the people, you know, just doing some tests, just trying to figure out like what's going to work best. We're always, you know, looking and testing and trying to figure out, hey, what's going to get you guys the best results.
I have a question, Matt or Benjamin. What are the odds that someone will see my ad more than one time?
Yeah, good question. And actually, Ron, I should. So there is, it's something we monitor. Where's my?
The reason I ask is because advertising is advertising. No, I don't care what you're advertising, whether it's baby diapers, milk, beer, whatever it is. The more you see an ad, the more it becomes ingrained, and unconsciously, then you'll be like, okay, you'll give it more credibility the more times you see it, and then more likely to fill out the questionnaire. So that's why I'm just curious. And what's the odds that someone will see my ad more than once? I know over time, as long as I stay in these same counties, it's more likely to happen.
Yep.
So
no, it's pretty high. Let me see here.
You can share again, Matt, if you want to.
Yeah.
Share your screen. Yeah, it's a psychological fact, Frank.
Repetition is definitely important. And it used to be, you know, back in the day, they would say someone needed 5 to 7 touch points before they were willing to make a buying decision. Now it's closer up to 15. They're saying 12 to 15 these days. Really? And that's that's just multi-channel through email, through text, through voicemails, through seeing your ads, all that kind of stuff. We're just constantly bombarded. So we do look at having, and I'm showing your account here. We do look at, there's different, for marketing, there's top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel. So top of funnel is they don't know, they've never seen you, they don't know you ever, you mean nothing to them. Seeing your ad the first time, completely cold. Middle of funnel is they've seen a couple things, and then bottom of funnel is like they know who you are. They're really like, just trying to make a decision at that point. A lot of what we're seeing on Facebook is top of funnel, but we also will do retargeting ads. Sometimes, kind of depends. We'll do retargeting ads to the people that have already interacted or seen your ad. And so to answer your question directly, Frank, frequency is what we're seeing. So we're just looking at January 1st to the 5th. See a lead. We only got one lead in here. frequency. So 1.27.
I got more than one.
What we always try to
lead
do
for
is,
sure.
what's that?
I got more than one lead for sure.
Yeah. So this is one of those things where Facebook is kind of, it's a problem for us in that the tracking is completely off. It's completely off because of, again, iOS 14, Samsung is now doing it, Google, everyone is starting to kind of clamp down on being able to track. So the numbers are completely off, and it makes us that we have to basically hand audit things. In fact, if we look at conversions here, it's showing us, well, okay, so you got one good lead and 5 low FICO leads.
I got 13 leads so far this year.
Okay. So again, even this reporting is off, which is great. And of course, it makes it really hard when we're looking at the numbers and we're trying to see, okay, what is our cost per lead or cost per click? If Facebook isn't measuring it right, like it's not going to tell us, it's just not accurate. So we are actually hand auditing everyone's account on a weekly basis to try and figure out, really see what's going on. And so these numbers just, they're not as accurate anymore. Yeah. It's just kind of take it with a grain of salt. But
yeah, it's hard to really gauge what it really is because Facebook isn't reporting. Garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah. And I just confirmed you have 13 this year.
Yeah,
that's what this is.
And Facebook says 1.
Yeah.
Right. Well, one good one, and it was showing, five low FICO, but that's still off.
I haven't even opened. I have so many people I need to call. I'm just going to open the one from yesterday and see what it is. 200,000 to 300,000, 670 to 739, income less than 60, down payment of 10,000 to 25,000. I mean, this is just the most recent one from yesterday. And that's why I asked if my leads are getting better. This is just a random one I just opened. I mean, it is unready.
And, again, like I can hypothesize, I can say, like, I think it is, I can attribute a certain amount of your interaction to helping that ad perform better. And then I also think because you've been with us for a while, your pixel is pretty well seasoned. It's gotten so much data. Facebook is, like I said, we're always telling Facebook what are the good leads, and it is starting to find the better quality leads out there and show your ad to them. So it does continue. That's not to say it'll continue indefinitely. Facebook shakes up the algorithm. We never know, what's going to happen, but yeah. So frequency, 1.29, we basically, if we see it edged up to like 4, that's when we're like, okay, we need to find a new pocket. Because the thing that's interesting, and stop me guys, I get really deep into this stuff because I find it super interesting, but I realize not to everyone. So Frank, for you, for instance, in the 3 counties that we're targeting, estimated audience Facebook shows is 1.3 million to 1.5 million. Now at a $30 or whatever day budget that we're running, $15 on each one, you're only going to hit what are we hitting here? It's saying total reach over these 5 days is 4,000 people out of 1.3 million, right?
So the odds to see it again is going to take a while.
Yeah, like you're not going to saturate that overall audience. What Facebook is doing behind the scenes is it's taking a subsegment of a subsegment of a subsegment of that audience. So every time we launch new ads, I could duplicate this and launch it exactly as is, and it's going to hit a different segment of that 1.3 million people, and it's going to get completely different results. That's why if it's working, if it ain't broke, we don't try to fix it. We don't try and mess with it, because we've had people that like, oh, let's pause it for a month and then come back. It's like the game is completely changed. In that 30 days, the algorithm is completely reset. Buyers are in a different mindset. Seasons are different. Economy is different. Like a million things have changed. You're not going to get the same results. That I can guarantee. So So yeah, this is my world. This is where, you know, I'm always playing and trying to figure it out. And yeah, and it's unfortunate. It's hard. We have to, like I said, hand audit things to figure out like what is the actual cost per lead end up being, which is much better than what it's reporting here. And of course, then it calls into question all the other information on here and how accurate it is. So fun times. That's why at the end of the day, all we do the hand audit, and then it's like, what is really happening in your account? That's all we care about. What is really converting into appointments? What is really converting into real names, emails, and phone numbers that we can continue to market to and work for you guys. So I see, first of all, Tim, let's figure out a time to connect. I definitely want to get that set up. Is Tim still on here? Sorry, did Tim jump? Oh yeah, you're there. Sorry. So yeah, Tim, let's connect. I'll reach out to you. We'll figure out a time. It is kind of been in a beta program. And so we've been working out the kinks, and that's why I haven't wanted to just roll it out to everyone. But I know that you had asked about it, and I would love to, you know, get you into that and have that working for you as well. I just want to make sure that, you know, again, we're not doing something that is going to cause more problems, right? I want it to be smooth and a good experience for you.
Scott has a question in the chat.
As well for Brianna.
Okay.
We're working on that.
Yep. And actually, in one of my messenger chats, I'm talking with my partner there about that, and so we're scheduling up so that we can iron that out and get it all set up, and then we'll be making sure that everyone has that available to them. Scott asked, so the followers on a page, they're friends that you invited and your personal page. So getting more engagement, it is very tricky in that Facebook, while we do consider it a social platform, it's really an advertising platform. They're a publicly traded company. They want to make money. They want you to pay for engagement. And so everything that they do is kind of limiting. It used to be like you could post something and everyone saw it. Not anymore. It's literally about 10% of your followers in any capacity, even if you're just posting on your own wall, like fun stuff. It's really only about 10% of all the people that you know that are actually seeing it. If there's engagement, then they'll start showing it to other people. So that's where everyone is trying to get things to go viral. The best thing that you can do with your content is ask for engagement. Do things that are asking them to comment or to reply or to even post a GIF or a GIF, however you want to pronounce that. The algorithm, how Facebook looks at things is it's all, if we were to give it like a point system, the thumbs up or smiley face or care thing, that's like the lowest interaction you can have. That's someone just basically one click, right? Very low interaction. Comment is going to be a much higher interaction. And they say, and actually they consider video and GIFs and that kind of stuff to be even higher interaction than that. So if you're looking at a value, if you can get, you know, it's one thing to do a prompt or to leave a post, but it's trying to get them to respond in some way or to ask them a question, open-ended questions. Definitely don't want to do the yes, no, unless you're looking for a lot of just yes kinds of questions or yes kinds of answers, no kinds of answers. That can be good as well. There are people that just do that. But yeah, trying to get people to comment and that you can reply. And if you are able to get a conversations going, that's going to help the algorithm want to show it to more people. But that's also why we're doing the paid ads, because your followers, the people that already follow you or like your page or whatever, is completely irrelevant to the ads that we're running.
Yeah.
You know,
right. So my question, the root of my question is, you know, when Frank was talking about the interaction, and I've had some interaction just with people who have, you know, liked the ad and commented on the ad, which is very limited.
Yep.
But what I'm looking for, because I do other posts on my page, it doesn't do me a whole lot of good that, you know, my friends who aren't necessarily in the market for a mortgage are seeing those posts. I'd rather, you know, get more people from the ad to follow my page so that they see my other posts. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yep. 100%. So, things that you can do. Trying to think here. What's the easiest way to show things? Frank, do you mind if I continue to use your
Nope, not at all.
account here? Okay. So where is my? Oh, really?
Facebook.
Sorry, guys. I keep it. I am, again, because I'm protecting everyone. I am super locked down with all my security measures. So in your page, you should be able to add center. Okay, now I'm gonna have to remember where. That's a great question.
Yeah, as I told you guys, business.facebook.com, super counterintuitive.
They're always moving stuff.
Yeah. It's so easy to get lost. It's not even funny, especially during my welcome calls.
Yeah.
While you're finding that, Matt,
Yep.
I wanted to comment and tell Scott real quick. Since Instagram is also owned by Facebook, you can, if you have an Instagram profile, you can link the both of them, and you can publish the same ads on Instagram. So why limit ourselves to only Facebook? It's just a click. You can just link the Instagram, and Instagram loves videos. I can help you with that. I created some ads for a client of us in Spanish in Florida, and they were performing really, really well. A couple of nice quality videos with some nice text. And when they click on it, they'll be redirected to the survey. So why limit ourselves to one bucket when we can have multiple? So it's an added value. Let's see. I know that we have a couple of questions that you submitted. Let me look for them. Okay. Scott asked, how can we make our campaign more robust beyond the Facebook ads? Same thing that we've been talking about, posting stuff to your pages, and not limit yourself to that, you know. Go or think outside the box. I don't know. I would use Craigslist, you know, I don't know, like advertise your services. I'm just kidding, but you know, whatever, really. There's really old school marketing that can be used, and for the things that we are doing, the page, I think, is the best course of action. And we have a library dedicated, and we actually just uploaded 20 more documents and news and things that you can use to the library, to the content library that you'll find in your CRM, that you can make it your own, you know, edit it, you know, twist it, whatever, add your name to it, and it's going to be awesome. All right.
So guys, let me do this. Let me figure out the best way, and I will create a Loom video, and we can send an email out to all you guys of the best way to kind of try to connect with people. I know when people comment when people comment on your ads, you can go and send an invite for them to like your page, or to just connect with them and friend them. And that, again, that then will give them the opportunity to kind of see your other posts and see your other things. And if they accept your friend request, you can actually message them directly.
Also, Facebook groups are awesome. You can join a couple of Facebook groups and do some advertising there, like yourself. Copy the link to your page, trying to engage with more people. Also, Facebook and Instagram have polls. You can do a poll, like an open question about anything, really. I'm not an LO. I don't understand the jargon, but you guys do, so you can do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is with the content, with everything that we're doing, you know, the reality is all of the answers, all of the information is already out there. Okay. But people are, for the most part, to overgeneralize, people are lazy. They don't want to go and look up the information. They want someone to just give it to them. And so it's even with like digital marketing and stuff like that. You know, everything that we do here, you could learn if you spend enough time on YouTube and Google, you could learn everything that we do. You know, it's just a matter of like how much time and energy will it take, and how many wrong paths will you go down, and how much misinformation is there. And people, that's the other thing, like all the information is out there, but people don't always trust those sources. And so it's not necessarily reinventing the wheel or trying to give them new information or information that they could not get anywhere else. It's just a matter of it's coming from you, you know? And then you are what's going to really make the difference. You know, you are part of your unique selling proposition. It's how responsive are you, you know, how answering the phone for the realtors, for the clients, for everyone. I mean, that's what's going to set you apart. I can't tell you how many, and I've done plenty of realtor marketing as well. Of course, I know all the jokes. Everyone bitches about each other, right? Realtors are going to complain about you guys, and you guys complain about the realtors. And you know, but a lot of it does come down to like lack of communication. That's what a lot of people are complaining about. So, you know, just doing that is going to set you apart, being actually available and communicating and, you know, that kind of stuff.
It's not what you say, it's how you communicate it. That's why TikTok is so famous and so widely used. 1 minute videos, super short, filled with information, you know, filters and text that you can add.
And I'm just curious, and let me ask you guys, because I am working on some TikTok stuff. Just maybe like you know, a show of hands, or either in the chat or whatever. How many of you guys are interested in TikTok? Not like we're doing ads, but TikTok for doing your own, making your own like little videos. Terry, yeah, Brianna, maybe. Okay, because there certainly is, and Timothy, great, that's great. Because I know it takes a certain amount of comfort level, and sometimes it's just flexing a new muscle and getting used to it, and you'll probably suck in the beginning, but you get better. I am working on, I mean, we're working on the ad side of stuff, but we are also working on a little bit of a program on how to do, basic TikTok and like, learning the platform a little bit, and also just how to tap into some of these things, like using their search tools for like what's viral as far as hashtags, as far as music that's used and that kind of stuff. There's ways to kind of game the algorithm a little bit with how you do things. And then of course there's, basic ways to like film or be, fit in with the culture there. Because it's really, it is a great platform, and we're seeing a lot of potential in it and a way to get a lot of followers. So it's good to know that there's an interest there. I really believe 2022 is going to be, it is going to be the year of TikTok. It's just, I know it's also can be challenging for people. So want to try and kind of figure that out for you guys and make that a little bit easier. That said, I also do believe that TikTok, from the advertising perspective, is going to be a less qualified audience. But if it's content and you're able to get followers and you're establishing yourself as an expert, you probably will get the better quality leads. So I think, those things working together can really be pretty explosive. So I'm pretty excited about that. I think there's a lot of cool stuff that we can do and really, kind of make you like a local celebrity on TikTok. There is not a lot of competition out there right now. It's way too new. It is really like you kind of get the first comer advantage,
You mean there's not a lot of competition for the mortgage industry on TikTok?
Yeah, and wow. And ads. It's so new. It's buggy as crap. Like
no one is doing that.
But like hardly anyone is advertising, certainly on the mortgage side. I'll tell you the one ad that's crushing it right now that we've been experimenting with. And again, this takes it takes practice. You probably would have to do it a bunch of times to get it right. But we have a loan originator that did kind of a walking selfie, just walking down the street, talking usual kind of pitch, of like, this is a great time to get in the market. Whatever you're paying for rent, you could probably save money and we can get you a great rate while the rates are low, that kind of thing. Standard kind of message. Just walking down the street, holding his phone out and doing it selfie style, shaky, non-professional. It's real. That's what we've tested, like a glossy kind of thing, real commercial-esque kind of thing, and it falls flat on TikTok. People want real people. They want it. They're used to the choppy. They're used to bouncy. They're used to things being edited up. They don't give a shit. Excuse my language. It's about the content. It's about connecting with a real person. That's what's working. So if you can get comfortable doing that kind of stuff on a regular basis, and then add in the right music, add in the right hashtags, you can really get a lot of followers very quickly with that. It really is. It's really pretty untapped. It's got billions and billions of users at this point already.
Trial and error.
Yep.
I threw you under the bus, Matt. Check the chat.
Oh, what you got?
Yeah, that happens. It's trial and error, really.
Oh yeah. Yes, my video. Yes, 12 times. And yeah. It takes practice. I know, people make it look easy and this, that. Sometimes, and again, it depends how bad the flub is. But again, people like real people. Like, they like to laugh. They like to be entertained. And that's where, it's like people will start. You start with, a perspective like this, and then, you pause and then turn like this. And if you're spending any time on TikTok, you see people do like little different, like, funny things, and adding type and doing that kind of stuff. It's entertainment. And so if you try to come off, just boring and just like talking head, then it doesn't work. It's like, it's movement, it's video and all that. But
what's the demographic for TikTok? Because I assume that TikTok is like a younger person's platform.
It is.
TikTok.
It is the 25 the 25 to 35 is like the one of the bigger demographics on there.
Okay.
It's the older demographic is really falls off. You're like, you know, when 35 to 45, 55, it falls off pretty steeply. And then you have the younger, you know, under 25 crowd. But part of why I'm a little excited about TikTok now is that all the limitations that Facebook has put in place because of Cambridge Analytica, because of, you know, fair housing and all this stuff that they had to like pull back. TikTok still has. TikTok still allows us to go after, I mean, it is a fair housing thing. It's not really the kosher, but, you know, we can go after just males or females and certain in ages. We can still do that on TikTok that you can't do that on Facebook. You can do it on YouTube too, which is also why I you know, keep going like, oh, well, YouTube. But TikTok still doesn't, it's like, it's not fallen under the scrutiny of everyone yet. And so it is a little bit of, it's still the Wild West. So that's why I'm kind of like, you know, take advantage while we can, because they will eventually clamp down on things a little bit, you know. Brianna?
So I just have a comment. I'm not a TikTok user, but I do see Facebook showing pops of like TikTok videos. It's like connected somehow, and TikTok videos that have gone viral or have a ton of views pop up on Facebook. So if you can get one of those to like kind of spread, I guess, like wildfire, then, you know, you can get Facebook users who don't have TikTok to see your stuff and have a link to your business or whatever, you know, in the description or whatnot. So I have noticed that, but I think TikTok is dumb, but like the videos that pop up are kind of funny. But just like you're saying, it's exactly that.
Yeah.
I have a good idea for a TikTok video. So I have a 5-year-old daughter. Do you think it would be like interesting if I like interviewed my 5-year-old daughter and telling her how easy it is to get a mortgage? Like so easy a kid could do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That'd be a
Love
great
that.
idea.
Love that.
In a group that we are members, you know, with other marketers and stuff. One guy that he's on real estate, he's a realtor. He is not using, that's not the word, but he records his son, and he's like 4, and the kid talks about real estate stuff. So yeah, and it's like even a 4-year-old can do it. Why can't you? It's something like that. That's like the narrative.
Yeah, 100%. You know, there's what we call the pattern interrupt, right? So it's like people are saying the same thing. And all of a sudden they see something different, whether it's colorful or noise or something unexpected. That's a pattern interrupt. And it just, your brain all of a sudden pays attention. So absolutely, any of that kind of stuff that even when you start your videos, that's where a lot of people start it with like a swish pan or something that like grabs people's attention and is jarring. That's that pattern interrupt. That kind of stuff, the kids stuff, love that, Frank. I think, you know, any of that kind of thing. People are on the platform to be entertained. They don't want to be bored. They just don't. So it's like anything that we can do to kind of be entertaining and whatever. And a lot of this stuff, even in the coaching that I was kind of developing with this, a lot of it is like, you can't worry about how many views you got, whether it's you're putting on YouTube or Facebook or TikTok. You really just need to be consistent and just keep doing it, because it builds and it feeds. And it's like one person will see one video that does really well, and then they'll dive into your profile and they'll start looking at all of your other videos. So this is just, it's building. This is all building long-term. Like, you know, no one got into any of our businesses to try to do it for 6 months or a year. Hopefully you're building a career and you want to make it so that you don't have to work as hard eventually. So it's putting a little bit more effort on the front end to enjoy the ride on the back end. I promise you, if you just be consistent and like, don't overwhelm yourself with it. Just try and do like, if you could do one a week, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, answer a question. You get a lot. I'm sure everyone gets the same questions all the time. I even see it on the ads of like, why can't you just tell me what the programs are? Or why can't you just tell me? And it's like, be like, I get hundreds of questions every month of people wondering why I can't just tell them what their rate will be. And this is why, it's because of this and this and this. But if you do want to know, give me an email, shoot me an email, give me a call, and let's figure out what it'll be for you. It's like people, there's too much misinformation, fake news and whatever, and people don't know who to trust. Be the person that they can trust, Rant over.
I think that we can end on that note. It was awesome. We went a little bit over an hour.
Yep.
It's not bad. The first power hour of the year. I expected it. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys. I don't know if you do like to say something, Matt or Frank.
Hey, didn't you have some next steps you were going to talk about there? You had asked me to remind.
Oh yeah, Carl. I'll send you an email. We'll schedule an hour at a time and we'll talk. So yeah, guys, if you have, again, I usually tell this, if you have any questions, any comments, any feedback, if it's good, if it's bad, whatever, really, if it's off topic, please hit me up. You have my number, you have my email, you have my working hours. Let's get the best out of this investment and let's make some money. Let's keep making some money together, shall we?
Yep.
Awesome, guys.
I'll let you guys know how once I start posting these things on my Facebook page, if I notice a change in what I get response wise.
Awesome. And I'll send you the Loom video that Matt and I would record, okay?
Yep.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Have a good rest
of
your day and week.
Next Wednesday, the 12th of January, sorry. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Be safe.
Thank you.
I guess.